What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mic Check podcast channel. My name is Flagrant. The homie Tank couldn't be here for this video, but today we have a dope video for you guys. We have a video that has been requested by multiple people over on our resell page on Instagram at Mic Check Podcast. As you can see here, a bunch of the homies keep asking, how do you keep winning? Please tell me. And so we promised them that we'd put out a YouTube tutorial on how to win on SNKRS app manually way more often. And we were kind of in the same boat as these guys about maybe 5-6 months ago, wondering, why do we keep taking L's, man? If you check back on our podcast, I think one of the episodes 2 or 3 was, why do we keep taking L's on SNKRS app? We were talking about it, and we have put in the time and done the research and, you know, try to put it into practice, trial and error, and we figured out the best methods to guarantee that you will get a pair on SNKRS app. So we're going to break that down for you today. But before we do that, I'm going to need to ask you guys for a favor, because this information has taken us a lot of time to figure it all out and get it all right. And this is information that cook groups and sneaker reseller groups and big resellers will try to hide this information behind membership fees or buy this booklet that has all of the reseller guide information and stuff. And we want to give that to the people for free. That's who we are. We're all about, you know, the little guy. We're all about the guy who goes, wakes up for the sneaker app, wants to manually just buy a pair of personals or whatever and be able to cop them. And we want to help out anyone that we can. And even young resellers starting out, man, we want to help you guys too. So before I break down all of the information, I need you guys to go ahead and hit a like on this video. And I need you to comment down below what sneaker you're going to use these methods on next. Which shoe are you going to be going for? Are you going to be going for the Lucky Green Jordan 1s, the Navy Japan Jordan 1s? Are you going to be going for the Lucky Green 13s that drop tomorrow? You know, are you going to try to use this for whatever shoe? Let me know. Let me know what you're going to try to use this method on, and ask any questions that you have in the comment section below. I'm going to be answering the questions as best as I can, as quickly as possible. So hit me up down there in the comment section below. And last but not least, subscribe to the channel, man, so you never miss any of the future unboxings that we're going to be doing here. Sneaker meetup deal videos. We're going to be breaking down resell theories and things for upcoming shoes and what to go for, what we think are bricks and all that type of stuff. And then we also have our Mic Check podcast here on the channel as well. So stick around for all that content, man. We're just really trying to be here for all of you guys. So let's connect, and be sure to follow us on the Instagram at Mic Check Podcast once again. But all right, let's jump into how to win on the SNKRS app. So first things first, let's break down some facts here. All right. There are a lot of botters that are ruining the resale game for the manual people. They are copying multiple pairs, having multiple accounts. It might seem impossible for manual users, regular guys who wake up and they're not botting, they're not using proxies, they're not doing all the complicated stuff. Just a regular guy trying to get some shoes on Nike SNKRS app. It might seem impossible for them to be able to hit. However, that's just simply not the case. The regular guy, the average Joe Schmo, the normal everyday dude can hit on sneakers on regular shoes like these Jordan 5s, the smoke gray ones, some shoes that have a little more hype like the Nike Dunk Highs that just dropped, to even hype collaboration shoes like the Fragment collabs. All right. It's very possible for you to hit, and there's a few things that you guys need to do on your Nike sneaker app and some research that you guys need to do beforehand when picking a shoe and picking a size. Now, if you are buying shoes for personal sizes, you will need to follow the steps that we lay out in our Nike app to a T, so that way you can guarantee yourself your own personal size. Now, if you're a reseller and you don't really care much for getting your own personal size, but you're just trying to make some money reselling some shoes, then first things first, you need to do your research on the shoe that you're trying to cop. Let's start with the Nike Dunk High Maize and Blue, the Michigan high dunks that hit on the SNKRS app just the other day. Before I decided I was going to go for the shoe and what size and all of those other types of things, first things first, I hit notify me. Now, I already knew I was going to be there for the sneaker app when it dropped, but when you click notify me and you're engaging with the Nike sneaker app and you're filling out their little surveys and questionnaires and voting on their polls and hitting notify me on multiple pairs of shoes, this engagement on this app every day, just spending maybe 5 minutes a day on the app, increases your odds of getting not only early access to be able to potentially buy the shoe early, but it also gives you increased odds of hitting Jordan reserves for other pairs of shoes that were sold out, that they kept stock for their Jordan reserve releases. So I looked at the Nike Dunk and I was like, all right, retails 120. Next thing I did, I'm like, notify me. Boom. I knew I wanted to get this shoe, right? Next, I went and looked on StockX. I know a lot of people don't really like StockX, but they do have some features there that are really good for just quick research. So after looking at the range of prices, I decided to peep the sale history real quick. I wanted to take a look at all of the sizes that are selling and for how much they're going for. And I see, all right, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 out of the 7 most recent sales were size 10. I decided I was going to go for a size 10. Normally, what I would do is I would pick a size to go for that is not in any of these recent sales. I would go for an 8, 8.5, 9, 13. Because now what the market is telling me, it's not as in demand as these sizes are here. However, I wanted a money size on this shoe because there's not as much profit room in the shoe as something like a hype shoe like the Unions or the Fragments or some of those other shoes. So next thing I did is I went into my sneakers app and I changed some settings. The first setting you need to change in your Nike sneaker app is change your gender to female. Even if you are not a female, even if you don't identify as female. Right now, Nike knows that most of the resellers are male. They know that most of the people buying the shoes on sneakers are male, and they want to be inclusive of women too. So your odds of hitting go higher when you're using a female account. Trust me, just trust me. Next thing, you need to select the size that you're going to go for. I went for the size 10, so I needed to change my shoe size to 11.5 female, which when I go to purchase a shoe, it'll auto select 11.5 female / 10 in men's for faster checkout. Next thing that I did is I looked at the payment information. All right, now the other big thing that you need to change here in your sneakers app is your payment information. I stayed away from using the debit and credit card option, and I found a lot more success using the PayPal method. All right, I took the cards completely off the app, so it will automatically use my PayPal and just ask me to enter a password to complete a transaction. Now, I did this because Nike favors PayPal users over debit credit card users because the botters are using the debit and credit card method, and it's a lot harder to set that up with PayPal's. Now, PayPal takes down your billing address, shipping address, credit card information, or bank account information, and it verifies that it's all matching. And now Nike uses PayPal as a preferred person to sell the shoe to because now your identity is verified multiple ways rather than just how the botters have all their information pretty much hidden. So let me summarize it all up together. Do your research on the shoe that you're going to be going for. Check what the market is. Don't buy the pair of shoes if you're trying to resell. Don't buy the pair that is in most demand that's going for the highest amount of money. Go for a pair that isn't in demand as much but is still holding a good value where you're going to profit. Next, go into the sneakers app. Change your settings to female. Change it and account for the size that you are going for and convert into the female size. Then change your payment method to PayPal. All of this combined will significantly raise your odds of hitting on sneakers and getting the shoe that you want. So once again, if any of these tips end up helping you out, let me know in the comment section below or on the IG page and let us know, hey, I hit on sneakers using your method. Let us know, man. All we're trying to do is help the community be able to hit on shoes more often. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.